Hey girls, it's Cory. So I wanted to talk to you about this book that I started reading this week. And it's called Success Secrets of a $1 Million Party Girl. Now, if you've never heard, excuse me, of Lynn Bardowski, she is the founder of $1 Million Party Girl. She used to sell party light candles, I believe it is. And she turned her business, her direct selling business, into literally an empire. And it has blown up into so much more than just her direct sales business. She has a huge team, huge following. Clearly, over the course of her lifetime, she has sold over $1 million worth of product, and her team has. And I found her, I don't know how, I found her on Facebook or something like that maybe. And anyway, I was able to come across this book that she had written. And she has some amazing nuggets in here that I just have to share with you. So I'm just gonna start right here. And one thing I really have been thinking of a lot about is how do I balance my life with my work, right? That is like the biggest struggle of doing what we do, is having time for family, having time for the kids, having time for cooking and cleaning and all the things, right? So if you know me at all, you know I have 4 little ones, 6, 4, 3 now, and 1. They're all about in the middle of changing birthdays right now. Needless to say, I have a lot of young ones. And so learning how to balance what I do with my family is like super important, right? And so I'm always searching and craving for the best practices. What are the best ways that I can most efficiently do this, right? So I have some things dog-eared and bookmarked that today, this is what I want to talk to you about. So it's about including your family in your business. And she talks about your business is your life. There's a quote in here from Irma Bombeck. Says, no one ever died from sleeping in an unmade bed. And the point of this is sometimes you have to let some stuff go, and you have to realize what's important and what's not. And if building your empire or building this business is what's important to you, then you're going to find a way to work it. And you probably know by now that the sales and the bookings and the recruits don't just fall on your lap. You have to work it. You have to hustle, and you have to go at it every single day. If you take care of it part-time, then your customers are going to take care of you part-time. So even though you might not have a full 40 hours or full 20 hours to put into it, you still have to be available, and you still have to let your customers know that you are always open for business. And so how do you do that? So I'm reading this book, and she says, people think that your business should be on one side and your life on the other, and that we should balance our life. I believe that is wrong, she says. She says, if you're passionate about what you're doing, your business is your life, especially when your business is in your home, right? You can't escape it. For me, I stay home with the kids, right? So my business is a part of my everyday because I'm here living it in and out of my life every single day. So rather than feeling guilty about working, maybe you work outside the home and this 31 thing is a side thing for you. Or maybe you want it to eventually be your full-time hustle. So rather than feeling guilty about working, find ways to include your children and your husband in your work. So she says, when my kids were 3 and 5, they loved smelling all the candle fragrances, taking the wicks out of votives, which taught them hand-eye coordination. It would keep them busy for hours. I would empower them to play and create product displays. Okay, more creativity, things that they can do. They feel like they're helpful, they feel like they're doing something, which they are, but they're also learning in the process. Sneaky, I love that. She said, I didn't have to teach my children about vision, intention, goal setting, determination, and perseverance. They lived it. They were learning it. They were seeing mom do her business. They were doing mom's business with her. They were learning it. For me, I'm 31, right? 3 of my children are boys. How am I going to teach my boys to sell a purse? Okay, I obviously have to get creative, and there are male consultants. I'm not saying there aren't, but I have to get creative with how I get them to help me. But you know what my kids love to do? Stickers. Do you know what mailing labels and stamps are on all the Happy Mail and the packages that leave this house, like Hostess packets. They're stamps, people, or they're stickers. My kids can put stickers, labels, stamps, whatever, on all of the envelopes and packages that come out of this house because they love stickers, okay? It's a great thing for them. All right, so let's see. There's always an expectation that running our household and our family business is a team effort. My children learned many skills, including how to set a table, light a candle, use a flip chart. So, you can tell this is older when she was doing this. Set up for a meeting, create an agenda, give recognition, and give a motivational speech. And I love that she didn't feel like they were hindering her business or that she couldn't work when they were awake, which that's my biggest struggle because my kids are constantly pulling me in 4 different directions and I feel like I can't focus on work because I'm doing all the other things. And so that's one thing that I'm really working on is finding ways to incorporate them in the busy work so I can focus on the important stuff. Okay. So some imperfect tips on balancing your life's work. She talks about getting a crock pot. Okay, this might seem dumb, but throw in a pound of meat with some liquid and you'll look like a hero. She says, and this is what I loved and I highlighted it. It says, as long as your family is fed, they will let you go do what you gotta do. And that's so true, right? If your husband has a full belly or your boyfriend or whomever, he's not gonna fuss about you going and doing work, right? If the kids are fed and happy, they can go play with dad or do whatever so mama can do what she needs to do. Set office hours. This is one I need to work on more and more. Setting office hours. She says, now that I'm an empty nester, I can play $1 million party girl whenever I want to. But when my children were growing up, I needed to create boundaries for my business. When office hours were over, they had my undivided attention. I found that by focusing my time during a specific period, I got more done rather than trying to work here, work there, work everywhere in between the laundry. If inspired action called, I would write it on my to-do list and tackle it when my office came back open. And I love that. I am really working on figuring out when is the best time of day for me to have office hours and I can do things. And stuff is falling over there. And when I can be away from work for a while, because I have the habit of doing a little bit here, a little bit here, and so nothing's getting my 100% attention. So that's my biggest struggle. So I loved that she said that. And then the last thing she said in this chapter was, as Audrey Hepburn said, nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. And I love that. Every business is different. My season of life and my journey is way different than your season of life and your journey, and that's okay. We're gonna have a different business and a different end result because we have different goals and different lives, and that's okay. But there are things that we can get from each other, like these ideas on how we can do it together. So that's just what I wanted to leave you with for today, is finding creative ways to include your family so they are more invested and your kids can be part of your business, and they're going to be more likely to be more helpful and be excited about your business when they see what they can do to help you, and they feel like they're a valued part of your team and part of your business, and they're invested in it too. And who doesn't need to teach their kids about work and ethic and things like that, right? So this is the book, Success Secrets of a $1 Million Party Girl. You can find it on Amazon. I found it last night again. She's got another book that I've got on my wish list I haven't read yet, but this one is excellent. So I'm going to talk about this more later, but that's what I wanted to leave you with for today. So I hope that sticks well with you, and I'd love to hear your feedback. So let me know how you feel. Talk to you later. Bye.